Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about Moon in Aquarius. This is part of my Moon sign series. My last video was about Moon in Capricorn. That was a pretty serious, intense, kind of a heavy energy. So today I'm going to be talking about Moon in Aquarius. What happens if your Moon sign is in the air sign of Aquarius? Keep watching. Okay guys, so before I get started with the video, I wanted to let you guys know that I do natal chart readings. I do synastry chart readings as well. So for those of you who are not aware about what these are, or if you're new to astrology, natal chart readings are basically where I analyze your birth chart. So it's for you or anybody else as the individual. And synastry chart readings are basically compatibility readings. So I analyze your chart and the chart of the person you are already in a relationship with or somebody you want to be in a relationship with. I analyze your charts and let you know whether there is a compatible relationship or not and what you can do to improve it if there things aren't that great. So if you want to get a reading done, you can get in touch with me on my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Venusianscorp. Or you could email me at astroluck111@gmail.com. I posted the links to both the contact details in the description box below. So just get in touch with me for a reading. All right, so let's get started with Moon in Aquarius. So Aquarius, the traditional ruler of Aquarius is Saturn, but in modern times, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is the planet of sudden changes, unexpected changes, things that happen out of nowhere. And it's an air sign. It's symbolized by the water bearer. So, people who have their moon in Aquarius, they tend to be a little bit detached. And talking about the moon sign, the moon is basically your emotions. It's your subconscious. It's the way you react to things, respond to things on a daily basis. So it's a very, very important part of your chart. So if you've got your moon in Aquarius, you're probably a very detached person. You don't get emotionally very invested in things. Like you don't really show your emotions that much. And not only do you not show your emotions, you probably don't feel them that much either. It depends, of course, on other aspects of your chart, like the state of your fourth house. What are the aspects to your moon? The overall way Saturn and Uranus is present in your chart. So it depends on a lot of things. So I would need to look at your whole chart to get a complete picture. But in general, just a generic description of Moon in Aquarius, they tend to be quite detached, whether in life or in relationships. Um, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is kind of like a rebellious energy. They like to go through life on their own path. So they like to be a little bit independent, kind of unique from the rest of the world. So they don't like to follow social norms and what everybody does or whatever is considered correct in society. These people are quite rebellious. They also don't like authority. So, if you're a moon in Aquarius and you're at a workplace, you're probably the kind of person who doesn't like to listen to the boss's orders, especially if the boss is somebody who you think is not competent. If you think your boss is not, fit for the job, you have no problem letting them know exactly what you think. And that's because Aquarius doesn't really believe in hierarchy. Moon and Capricorn, like my earlier video, they are probably going to be the type of people who will respect hierarchy. They will slowly and steadily follow the protocol and move up the corporate ladder. But Moon and Aquarius, they really don't really care about these things. They are all about originality. And so, if they feel somebody is competent on the job, then only they're going to respect them. Otherwise, it's very hard to get a Moon and Aquarius's respect. um, the other thing is that when these people are in a love relationship, like a romantic relationship, they generally don't get very attached to their partner. And what I mean by that is, it's not like they don't love their partner. Something they just like a lot of space, a lot of freedom in their romantic relationships. So they don't like being tied down. They're the kind of people who like to take breaks every once in a while from the relationship. Like they'll probably take off somewhere or do their own thing, follow their own passions, their own hobbies, and things like that. And I think every relationship should have that. It's kind of healthy to maintain some amount of space in the relationship. You don't always want to be sticking together and being clingy all the time. So Moon in Aquarius is quite fond of their own freedom and their own space. And they're also very individualistic. They have a very, very strong opinion on certain things. Again, Aquarius is a fixed sign, just like well, I can't talk. Aquarius is a fixed sign, just like Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. And so Aquarius, they can be a little bit stubborn sometimes. Like they may be the kind of people, if they believe in something, they are going to stick to it, and they really don't care what other people think. Uh, um, Sorry about that, guys. The other thing is that Moon in Aquarius, they, it doesn't matter whether the sun sign is a very, very, how do I say, very intense placement. Like the person can be a Scorpio sun, but if their moon is in Aquarius, they are going to be, how do I say it? They are going to have this air of aloofness. Aquarius is an air sign, so they are pretty like cerebral, like in their head a lot, and they like to think a lot about things and ruminate over things, and really consider different options. So they can be pretty pensive sometimes, like just thinking their thoughts and not really being there with the partner because they're in their head so much. It's the same with a lot of the air signs. And Aquarius, they are quite stubborn, like I said, like they have their own opinions, but at the same time, they are very, very compassionate towards humanity as a whole. They really like to take up social causes of some kind, and a lot of celebrities who have their moon in Aquarius, I've seen them. Like they really like to take up a social cause, something that's going to help humanity in some way. These people are also very fond of technology. Like they love to explore the latest gadgets, the latest technology stuff, and they also like to always keep themselves busy because it's a moon in air sign. The moon is your mind, it's your emotions. So they, sorry, they like to um, really keep their mind occupied doing something most of the time. They don't really like to be like sitting idle and not really doing something mentally. So if a moon and earth sign like Capricorn was to do something productive, like that's kind of to do with the earth, that's a moon and earth sign. But a moon in Aquarius is going to do something that utilizes their mind because it's an air sign, it's a thinking sign. So that's the difference basically. Moon in Aquarius is also, they're very soft hearted people. Even though they come across as aloof and a little bit detached, they really, they have a soft corner, especially towards the underdog, like the person who doesn't have a lot going for them, or like they really have had to struggle. So these people have a lot of compassion for such individuals, and usually they try their best to help such people out as well. Um, Aquarius rules the 11th house of social circles and friends. So, Moon in Aquarius always has a need to have friends with them. And this is something I've noticed with a lot of Moon in Aquarius people. No matter how many friends they have, they're always going to feel like they don't have enough friends. Like they could always improve their social circle, expand their friend circle, get more people to be their friends. They are always on the lookout to expand their circle of friends. And these can be superficial friendships, like it doesn't really necessarily have to be very strong, deep, close friendships. But for Aquarius, it's more like more the merrier. The larger the circle, the better, because it's also very like it's a networking sign. Aquarius loves to socialize. Um, Again, like I said, it's going to depend on the whole chart, but generally, Moon in Aquarius, they like to hang out with people, they like to socialize. If they're extroverts, they may like parties and, being out in social events and, that kind of thing. So, Moon in Aquarius, they are always going to be looking for expanding their circle of friends and people. And no matter how many friends they have, they're always going to feel like they're lacking in some way. Um, so that's pretty much it, guys, about Moon in Aquarius. So if you have this placement, let me know what you think. And yeah, if you'd like to get a reading done, do get in touch with me at my contact details below. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.